Pittsburgh boy, and I'm feeling a lot like I'm at home here in Seattle. Cold, wet, gray. But hey, here's the good news. For the second consecutive week, the Supercross pits have moved inside. So I'm going to take you for a walk around in there. But right now, guys, we are setting up for round number 11 of the Supercross series. We got the vintage Husqvarna. We got the vintage Kawasaki KX125 coming in moments ago. It is a cold, chilly day, but like I said, we will take you inside and show you what's going on. A lot to talk about, a lot of storylines. I don't think they're riding today for press day. We'll do as many interviews as we can, but I do not think there will be a ride because of this cold, damp weather. So let's take a look inside. And as I mentioned, this is something that these teams really like. Excuse me, guys. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Thank you. This is something that these teams enjoy. That's what we learned last week in Birmingham, Alabama, because they like the climate-controlled environment. They like the fact that they're out of the weather. They like the fact that they're out of the rain, especially with how cold it is here in Seattle. You can see I've got my sweatshirt on right now, but so much to talk about. The West bikes are back. We've also got Chase Sexton with a really commanding performance in Birmingham. Can he keep it up? His teammate Aaron Plessinger had a great ride as well. Let's take a walk around. Yeah, everybody say hello for sure. Join in. Thank you guys for growing this channel as well. We'll have full coverage from press day uploaded. Hopefully by the end of the night. I got a quick turn. As always, I was at the Florida State Capitol yesterday. You can see that coverage on Cycle Drag YouTube, but right here on Racing Jack YouTube, it's all about Supercross today, so we'll get that posted just as quick as you can. Let's take a walk around and see who we can find. But again, second consecutive week, we are indoors. And if you watched my live last week, I know a lot of you did, I don't think there was one mechanic who said they missed being outside. These guys like to be inside. It gives it that in the shop feel. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. The Quad Lock team. And here is the much talked about, much acclaimed, red hot KTM team. Chase Sexton was dominant last week in Birmingham, Alabama. We'll see if these guys can keep it up. Aaron Plessinger with a second podium of the season. Did a tremendous job out there for the number 7. The whole KTM crew doing a great job. Welcome to Seattle, boys. They're working hard, getting ready to go. I don't know if any of their riders are involved in press day. We'll find out here in a little bit. Julian's 23, looking good, prepped and ready to go. Another one of the KTM teams over here. We gotta check in with the hardest working tire changers in the world. That is our friends at Dunlop. Thank you very much. Well, look at this, 36 people in here. Thank you very much. What do we got? Florida says, this really real. Long live the orange. All right, guys, do me a favor. Check in where you're watching from. I'm at Seattle, Washington. First time at Lumen Field. Excited to get over there and see what that's all about. But first, we're going to give you a full walk around the Seattle Supercross pits. Jane, can you shout me out? Yes, I can, but you got to do me a favor. You got to subscribe and you got to also hit like. We always try to get over 100 likes. I don't know if that's going to be possible on this video, but we'll certainly give it a shot as we check in with our favorite tire changers. These guys are so busy. We were able to talk to them in Texas. We were able to talk to them last week in Birmingham, Alabama. How you doing, guys? Oh, yeah, I got to talk to him last week.
Tire changing technique, very efficient, very good pulls.
Man,
keeps the spoon in most of the time.
Tristan, on Racing Jack YouTube, we actually did a video of him changing a tire.
I watched that.
It took like 8 minutes.
Yes,
and
I watched it.
People were like, I can't believe how he did it so quick. And then he said that was slow for him.
Well, here's what's funny is I've watched him change so many tires, and I try to never give him credit, you know, like he's one of my boys. So I try to keep the self-esteem very low. But it is, yeah.
I think he's saying you're number one. Is what he said. You're number one.
But I even learned, because I'm trying to get better at changing tires, and one of the things I picked up was keeping the spoon in, and I always will take it out and then take another stab at it, and I'm trying to slowly make my technique more efficient. So excellent. I guess you can learn something from him, even though I don't want to admit it. But yeah.
We got some comments coming in. Chris Carroll says, that's our boy Tristan Lane.
Let's go, Chris.
Matt S. says, hey. Everybody saying hello. Now, Tristan, are you enjoying being inside? Second consecutive week that the pits move inside here.
Yeah, pits indoors are awesome. Obviously, comes at a cost though. Typically, if you're indoors for the pits, outside for the stadium. I know we've got some rain coming, but or already here. A lot of puddles on that track, I'm sure. But yeah, these pits are awesome, and it makes it really nice for even these boys changing tires, not having to deal with the elements. So yeah, can't complain.
Good stuff. Good luck to you this weekend.
Thank you, guys.
Tristan. And look, here we go again, guys. These are the masters at work once again. So I don't know if I got to ask you, do you like being indoors better? Is there any preference?
Yeah, look at our setup. We just bring the tires in, hammer them out, and we're done. And then when we're done for the weekend, we put a couple tables away, workstation, it's all good. No big awning or anything like that.
I'm surprised how chilly it is in Seattle. I'm really surprised that it's kind of cold over here. You know what I mean?
Hey, pick up a couple spoons and change some tires and warm right up, dog.
Here's another stat that I was amazed at, that I was reading on the way here, that I would have never guessed. Do you know this is the 50th year of Supercross in Seattle? Only 3 cities have hosted more: Anaheim, Houston, Daytona.
Really?
I would have never put Seattle number 4 on that list. I would have thought maybe another California city, but Seattle makes it
cool.
to 50 years of Supercross. How cool is that?
Cool. Really cool.
Awesome, man. How's everything else been going over at Dunlop and at Motion Pro for you?
Motion Pro's been really good. Dunlop's, I mean, we have tons of tires to change and doing pretty good. And the boys seem pretty excited with the different models and whatnot. We're trying different stuff out. But yeah, it's been really, really good. Can't complain.
How many pounds you running this weekend in Seattle?
So these guys, I'll set them to about 15 because we use nitrogen in these, so that way the pressure doesn't fluctuate as much as the tire warms up. So it'll be at 15 pounds, and then they can bleed it down to whatever they prefer. What we recommend is 13.5 and 12.5 this week. A little bit higher because sometimes there's some hard spots in the track, and we don't want them getting pinch flats or anything like that. But it's not uncommon to see guys running anywhere from 13.5 to 15 pounds on the bike, on the track, in their front tire, just because it's able to maintain its shape and guys get a little bit more consistency, and they can anticipate how the tire is going to be.
I love it. What's the tire of choice here?
The MX34.
MX34, guys. MX34. Thank you, guys. We are behind the scenes here, Supercross Pits. Do me a favor, everybody, double tap this video to give it a like. We got 131 people watching. We got to get over 100 likes. Always love hanging out at Dunlop Motorcycle Tires. We've seen these guys everywhere. I mean, I cannot believe the varying weather this series encounters. We were freezing in Detroit. We were freezing in Texas. It was warm as heck in Daytona. It was very comfortable in Alabama, and now we're back to Seattle. It's cold again. I have so much respect for how many miles these truck drivers travel as well, too. You wouldn't think we would go Alabama, Seattle, and is it Foxborough next weekend?
Foxborough next
weekend. You can't plan much of a further trip in Seattle to Foxborough.
Here's the other thing: when you got privateers that are doing that, that's wild. That are doing that in a van.
It is wild.
That's crazy.
That is wild, man. Is there any feedback that the teams give? Do you think when it comes to scheduling, do they you know, like I know that NHRA will go on a Western swing.
100% they'll go and they'll have a meeting and everybody kind of gives their input, but there's things that pop up logistically that are very hard to plan around. And you got to remember, like, Feld's been doing it for years. All these teams have been doing it for years, and they do the best that they can to accommodate what's logical. But there's always variables that we never get to, or the public wouldn't hear about behind the scenes of why we can't go this weekend here or this or that. So you got a lot of people with a lot of experience that do the best that they can, and that's basically how the schedule turns out. So there's usually, each year there's like 1 or 2 rounds where you're going back and forth, but typically they do a pretty good job, I think. And it's just like the track prep, right? Like, we got a little bit of rain right now coming into Seattle. They could say, oh, it's a monsoon, biblical amounts of rain, and then it's overcast with a little bit of sprinkling, or it might be like, hey, it should be good, and it's a downpour. The track crew does a really good job preparing for the worst.
Yes.
And usually, as long as there's no active rain day of the race or during the race, the track's pretty dang good considering how bad everything is. So that's they have a lot of experience, and I can't think of very many tracks so far this year. Again, I'm not riding them, so that's different. I'm watching from the stands, but usually, considering everything leading into it, they do a fantastic job.
I agree wholeheartedly. You are getting it done, man. I love it. One of the hardest working men on the road for sure. So you said MX31, the tire choice? MX34. I'm gonna put that in my other video that will be out tonight. We're gonna do one recorded, one live.
I'm trying to see if there's any.
Let's see, guys. Let's see. We always love checking in with our good friends from Dunlop over here. MX34, the tire of choice this weekend. There are a lot of tire choices out there, but MX34 seems to be popular. Do you know, are they washing bikes this weekend, or is there a place to wash them? Or are they just...
I don't know off the top of my head. They are, yeah, it's in the back.
In the back, okay. Because I know sometimes when we move inside or it's cold, they don't wash bikes. I got a funny feeling they're going to need to wash some bikes in the Seattle rain. Crazy, man.
Yeah. We have another tire, the AT82, that guys have been dabbling with throughout the season. And what's unique about that one with the rear tire, it's a little bit taller profile, but it has a directional tread pattern. So here's a takeoff, I'll show you.
Ooh.
If you look at this here.
Yeah.
So if you put this edge facing forward, it's almost kind of like how a scoop would be. This would be the soft edge facing forward. And then for hard terrain, you would have the straight edge facing forward. But a track like Seattle, sometimes with it being muddy, this would probably clear out a little bit better, and then it would also give a little bit better bike traction, but also still, if they get down to the base, if it's a road base, or if you get to plywood, it would still have decent stability because you do run a knobby, as opposed to running like a full paddle.
Sure.
So this is not a bad choice. Some guys are trying it. A lot of the teams, I would say, are still running the 34 style tread pattern just because they already know what it's going to do and they have a lot of confidence in it. So that's why you see this one here. I think we have, who's this? That's Justin Cooper. He's running the same thing he usually runs. We're not changing anything up for him.
Very cool. Coop hunting down that first win. He's going to try to get it done.
He's riding good, man.
He really is. He was on my plane from Tallahassee.
Did you talk to him?
Oh, yeah. I was at the Florida State Capitol. How crazy is that? I was covering an event. Bikers were pushing for insurance reform. Then I jump on a plane, and there's Justin Cooper right there.
What did you think of him when you talked to him?
Oh, he's a good, cool dude. I told him, I said, man, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you to get that win. It's not easy out here, man.
Yeah, he's super nice. Pretty calm. I don't think I've seen that guy involved in some crazy stuff on the track and then come off still calm and pretty down to earth.
Yeah, he does. Keeps us cool. If you had to guess, how many tires do you think you will change in total this weekend?
Me personally or the truck? Yeah, I will.
Both. Let's have both.
Let's see. Probably for the truck, maybe around 200.
Wow.
And then I would get
Yeah, I got him 4 pass.
maybe.
He's showing up.
Good. How you been? Probably
Good,
70 of them?
good.
You're the man. You're the man. 70 tires he will change. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for your hard work. The boys at Dunlop getting it done out here as we are indoors. Round number 11 of the Supercross series here in Seattle, Washington. All the teams getting set up. I'll get to some of these questions too. Yes, please. Do me a favor if you're watching this live, 274 of you watching live. This is Racing Jack. We cover a lot of drag racing here. We cover a lot of Supercross. We've been to, I think, every round but 3. I need you to please like the video. If you appreciate me logging those miles, came all the way from Florida to Seattle, and we did it for you guys because you're keeping this channel growing, and we got a lot of riders to talk to and a lot of cool stories we're going to tell you. So please, yes, James Burtock, my man, what are you doing? How'd you find this channel? Smash like for me, James, and tell him to please smash like. We're going to see James next week at the AMA NGPC series. So yes, please do the double tap and please make sure you are subscribed. If there's any questions you have for the folks from Dunlop, I will get to them. And I know we did have some questions in there. They were talking about the IDSE rider change, quick tires at 6 days. They were talking about the changes that they do out there.
That's a funny one right there. So what they're talking about is how quick they change a moose. Right?
Okay.
So number one, the riders have to do that, which is pretty freaking sweet. Like any rider that changes their own tire, always respect that. The tires that they're using, they run a moose, but also, well, moose is going to be a foam insert that goes inside instead of a tube.
Okay.
But what I will say is, majority of the time, the tire combination, whether it's a Dunlop or it's a different brand, sometimes the carcass is very soft, and also the moose can be really soft, or sometimes they could be really hard. With us, ours tend to be a bit more firm, just the way that they're designed for when we use them for motocross and whatnot. So the mousse that you see us use at the track, it's a very stiff carcass with a really hard mousse that doesn't have a lot of flex. That's why you would see us having to manhandle it quite a bit. And then at the ISDE, a lot of times the ones that they're working with, it's a little more friendly. So when you see those guys that do it with and they get it done in like 2 minutes over there, I would bet that's part of the reason. But
that's right.
What I would say is, like, I wish I could do them in 2 minutes over here.
Would be nice.
A little more jealous is what I would.
It would be nice. And then of course here is Jeremy Hewitt with the popular question is, what do they do with all the old tires?
We give them back to the teams and to the riders, and they practice on them during the week. Sometimes we'll ship them over to like a training facility, whether it be like Club MX or Baker Factory, or we're stars at the goat farm.
I imagine those guys burn through some tires on an average week, so they need them out there.
So we use them up. So even if, like I said, when we pull them off and they look nice, like this has a pretty good edge on it still. That'll get shipped back for somebody to practice on.
Yeah, it does have a pretty nice edge on it. Let's see if we can find. Somebody wants to know if they're running the scoops tomorrow.
No scoops.
No scoops. Somebody says changing a muddy tire before the gate drop after the parade lap stresses me out.
That stresses us out too.
That is crazy. Awesome. So good to see you guys. I'll let you guys get back to work, but awesome, man. Keep up the good work. You got it. Thank you so much. How about that? 70 tires he will change. We're live on Racing Jack, by the way. We're trying to get to 100 likes, 269 people you watching. Where do you want me to go? I'm going to give you a tour of the pits for the second consecutive week. We're inside. Series was in Birmingham, Alabama last week. It now moves inside Seattle, Washington, and it is chilly. It is wet outside. We'll give you a look at the track in a little bit. We got press day coming up. Don't think they're riding today, but we will still get out on the track and give you a look at it. As right now, we give you a look at the red hot Team KTM. Mr. Aaron Plessinger coming off a great performance in Birmingham, up on the podium. KTM doing a great job. They're fighting for that championship. They want to see Chase Sexton back out in front. There is the number 4 right there. Dominant performance in Birmingham, Alabama. All right, let's continue to take a walk around. Let's see what we can find here. Guys, do me a favor. Hit like, come on, we need 47 more to hit 100. Once we hit 100, I won't ask you for any more, but I want to see if we can do it. We were able to do it last week in Birmingham. We'll see if we can do it here in Seattle. Taking a walk around the pits once again, guys, as we get ready for round number 11. I told you this is the 50th year for Supercross here, which is really, really cool. Some fast Yamahas out here in the pit area. 275 of you watching live Triumph Racing. It is nice to be indoors, boy, I will tell you that. So many advantages of the climate-controlled environment. Let's take a walk down the line here. The whole team ready to go. The Yamaha team over here ready to go. Here is your point leader right here, Mr. Danger Boy Deegan, leading the points. 38 getting prepped, ready to go. Good to see you, Duff. Duff, you got the wet weather tune-up ready to go?
Yeah, we'll be ready. Not worried about any rain.
He's ready, not worried about rain. He's been there, done that. All right, we'll see what they can do out here, guys. Let's continue to take a walk around. We got the Suzuki team getting ready to have lunch over here. How you doing, guys? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I think everybody is very, very happy to be inside. And here we take a look at a team doing a great job this year. The red plates still leading the points. Cooper Webb, fantastic job out there for him. We'll see how he does in Seattle. As his mechanic gets the rain prep going. Have you had the chance to look at the track yet? No, okay, I'm curious to see what she looks like here in a little bit, so. Good luck to you guys this weekend. Good luck to Team Yamaha. And there is Mr. Cooper. I had the pleasure of riding on the same airplane as Mr. Cooper from Tallahassee all the way here to, well, we connected in Dallas, but it's good to see him. Told him we're pulling for him to get his first win out there. He was at the Star Racing Yamaha facility. Good luck to these boys, all these mechanics. It's going to be a busy weekend for these mechanics, I can promise you that. And another, over here, another veteran having an amazing year is Ken Roxon. And there is the very popular fan favorite 94 Suzuki getting prepped for some wet weather. You guys, will continue to give you a walk around the pits. Oh, we need, you guys have done a great job with the likes. We need, what do we need? 32 more. 32 more likes is what we need. Big shout out to Team Green. We love Kawasaki. Over here, we'll see who else we have. Let's take a look down the line at the Honda HRC crew. Ready to go. Does not look like we thought, some people thought we may get a replacement rider named for Jet Lawrence. Doesn't appear that's the case. We wish Jet and his brother Hunter a very speedy recovery. Hope to have him back real soon. If you guys are just joining us, thank you so much. We are live. We're getting ready for press day. When I get here, I love to take you for a little walk around and see all the adjustments being made and all the preparations for what is expected to be a wet weekend in Seattle. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Ken Cavalli. How you doing? Ken Cavalli, we are live, Racing Jack YouTube.
Seattle.
This is one of the best photographers in the world. Ken, how the heck are you doing? I know that you do a lot of work here for Feld. You've been working the entire series. How you doing in Seattle? It's cold.
I like it here, though. It's like, you know, it's West Coast. I like the West Coast games,
well,
races.
You're gonna remember this when you go to Pittsburgh, because I feel like we're in Pittsburgh. I'm right at home. You're
used to Pittsburgh.
This is Pittsburgh in like May. So
yeah, true.
Occasionally we get a nice sunny day out there, but they're far.
I'm not doing Pittsburgh, but I'm doing Jersey. So.
Oh, you're doing Jersey?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Jersey will be a little bit different, but
yeah.
I know that these teams really appreciate being inside.
This is nice.
Like.
Yeah, I did this race last year. I like being indoors.
Very cool. Now, will you be shooting press day?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No riding today, right?
No riding.
No riding, just interviews?
They're just in here.
Oh, they're going to be in here?
Everybody's going to be kind of wherever they're at.
Really?
At their trailers, yeah.
Okay, well, I guess that's where we'll do press day.
Everything's here in the paddock.
Excellent. Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Well, so good to see you.
Nice
I'll be around after I get done with this live. That's Ken Cavalli. Got to work with him, Lucas Oil Off-Road, and a bunch of other cool stuff. He is a very, very, very talented photographer. As the Pro Circuit Monster Energy team gets set to go, and as the Honda team over here gets ready to go. Thank you guys so much. We need 28 more likes. Yeah, hello from Sweden joins us. Somebody wants to know, am I in Seattle? This is part of Lumen Field. This is actually connected to Lumen Field. And again, I just can't stress how much these mechanics, these teams value being inside. I bet he does. You like being indoors? Last week in Alabama, I was asking everybody. I didn't find one team to say we don't like being inside. Now, where will you wash the bikes at this weekend? Okay. They make a washing station. Good stuff. Okay, thank you. So you heard it, guys. They will be able to wash bikes. When we went to Detroit, they weren't washing bikes. They were just scraping them down. Sometimes at certain races, that's all they have to do. But they will have to wash here in Seattle because it's going to be so messy and so muddy that they're going to have to do it. And look at this. We've got 291 people watching us live. If you're just finding this channel for the first time, this is Racing Jack. Let me know who you want me to interview. Ricky Ricardo says, getting ready for the ice tomorrow here in Wisconsin. Hello from France. Go Gavin Towers. Hello from Sweden. We got the Honda boys in there. 20 more of you right now. Please, everybody watching this video, if you appreciate my efforts, tap the screen. If you tap it, it's kind of neat on a vertical live. Try this, guys. If you tap the screen twice, it sends a like. And you can see our like total right here at 81. So I'm trying to get 100 of you to tap the screen. But give it a try. It's pretty cool. You just go tap, tap, and it just shoots up a like. Thank you guys so much. Remember, you can get your official shirt on CycleDragShop.com too. If you want one of these shirts, we can do so as we check in with there's Team Beta. Always doing a good job. There's the one and only Carlin Gardner, ladies and gentlemen. So good to see him. This team working, getting ready for what is expected to be a wet weekend. here in Seattle. How about Beta just continues to improve as well. A top 10 last week in Birmingham, Alabama. This is Benny Bloss's machine. Take a look over here at the 4.9 of Oldenburg. We need 2 more likes. We need 2 more likes to get us over 100. I do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Ricky Ricardo says, can't wait to see the Ducati out next year. Yeah, we'll get some more information out from Troy Lee. What I've heard, guys, and this is from Troy Lee himself, it's not 100% a done deal yet. They're still working some things out. You know, there are rules here that the motorcycle's got to be available to the public. So let's hope we do see it. I think we will see it, but I think they still have some hurdles to clear. And here is a beautiful, beautiful display Beta. Looking good. Man, who wouldn't want to take that home? All right, you are very welcome, Max Power. And we did it, guys. How about that? We did it. 103 likes. You guys are so awesome. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I don't have, my shirt is on under here. Some of you were asking me how to get these. CycleDragShop.com. I got these dry fit shirts that are really good to work out in, to wear if you're riding. You can wear it under a chest protector, under a jersey. You can wear it under your leathers if you're a street bike guy. You can get those shirts on CycleDragShop.com. If you get one, I got a few left, I'll get it shipped out as soon as I get home from Seattle. But as for now, I think I should take you around these pits a little bit more. I want to know down below, what is your all-time favorite motorcycle make and why? Kawasaki, Yamaha, Suzuki. Is it going to be Beta? Is it going to be Honda? Is it going to be Ducati? Is it Harley? We don't have Harley out here in Supercross. Used to a long, long time ago. I want to know your favorite motorcycle make and why. Let's see the comments coming in. And Twitch says Honda for life. Okay. Daryl likes KTM. And here is the MX for Christ team. They got a lot of Kawasaki's. KTM 125 is what Jeremy rides. So we do ask you to please make sure you are subscribed to this channel because we got a lot of good stuff coming. Look at this in-depth work being done over here. Looks like he's got the subframe off, dealing with the rear suspension. Like them all. George likes the Yamaha. Tell you, for these mechanics, they certainly work their butts off. There's always hard work to be done. Pulling the shock off. Getting ready for service. Can be tricky. We'll let him do his thing, and then we move over here to the McGinley Clinic, where, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've got a talented female mechanic in the house. Big shout out to her getting it done out there. What's your name, young lady?
My name is Ashley.
Nice to meet you, Ashley. How about that? Well,
That's the number 2.
Ashley, are you gonna take his job?
I'm trying.
Oh, you better watch out. Ashley, if you don't mind, we're on Racing Jack YouTube. Could you please introduce yourself and let them know what exactly you're doing?
Hi, my name is Ashley Watkins. I'm Scott's fiance and race mechanic. I'm here with McGinley Clinic every other weekend, wrenching for my fiance, and yeah, it's really fun. It's really awesome.
Amazing. How long have you been working on motorcycles?
Oh shoot, probably like the last 3 years. I got into riding myself with my brother and started working on bikes when I met Scott, and he's a great teacher. Taught me everything, and yeah.
That is amazing. What is your favorite and least favorite thing to do on a motorcycle?
Least favorite, probably adjust the chain. I know that's gonna sound weird, but I feel like it's so, I don't know, it's just like that one thing that I'm like, oh shoot, the chain's loose, I don't really want to do it.
You get chain lube on your hands,
yeah, you know,
and it takes some time.
Yeah, changing the chain. My favorite thing is probably just going through all the torque specs and from to back, just going through my list of things I got to do with the torques and putting the tires on. And honestly, Friday before the race, getting everything ready, it just kind of is nice to go through the checklist with the bike, and yeah.
Guys, is she awesome or what? Smash like for her. And
She
here,
is a master graphics installer.
oh my,
Master.
here's what everybody probably wants to know. Do you have a twin sister?
No.
No.
I have a brother.
You have a bro? Okay, well, ladies maybe, but I mean, everybody dreams of a lovely young lady that can come help work on the bike. That is so awesome. Thank you so much for
No
being here. We
problem.
do appreciate it, guys. As we are, how about it? Seeking Truth says, amazing lady. Max Power says he would like to see more women mechanics. Very, very cool. We got a lot of comments coming in. You guys are, uh-oh. Richard says something that is a little chauvinistic. He says that you should also make dinner, but the boys could make dinner, right?
You know what? I do that too. Race snacks.
No, you don't.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
do it all.
I do it all.
Well, those guys can make dinner too. I mean, that's just, we don't just have to deal in vicious stereotypes.
It's a joint effort.
It's a joint.
Hey, I get paid in lattes and travel.
Oh, very cool. That is so awesome. Good stuff. Well, you guys get back to work. Don't let me ruin your, I might do another video here on, so I can put you on Facebook. Ashley, right? Okay, very cool. Let me catch you in your element here. Go ahead, start wrenching again if you can. Let's see. That is so cool. Let me get over here and well, guys, I want to introduce you to a very hard-working young lady. She is a female mechanic out here in the Supercross pits, getting it done. Young lady, could you, one more time, please introduce yourself?
My name is Ashley Watkins. I'm Scott Meshie's fiance. I'm here wrenching for the McGinley Clinic every other weekend for him. And yeah, just working on the bike and throwing the pitboard and having fun.
That is so awesome. How did you two meet?
Shoot, we actually met on Instagram a few years ago.
What?
I ride dirt bikes. I saw him riding a dirt bike, and then the rest is history.
And now you're his mechanic.
Yes, sir.
That is amazing. I hope that he works on your bike as well, does he?
Yeah, you know what? He's the one who taught me everything that I really know about suspension and adjusting things for rider height. And I thought you just buy a bike and you kind of just run it stock, but I didn't know there's so many different things that go into the race bike and adjusting it for the rider. So yeah, he taught me everything I know, and it's just awesome to be around these guys.
What are some of your other favorite things to do on the motorcycle?
Shoot, I love doing the torques. I love doing the graphics, kind of all like the intricate details. I think that's really fun. Watching the bike and just kind of getting it nice and shiny for the race. Worst things, I probably don't really like doing the chain too much, and grease is, you know, I get greasy, and it's kind of like my lotion, honestly.
Good stuff. Good. Well, couples that race together stay together, right? Great couple bonding. Good stuff. Well, thank you for your hard work. We'll let you get back to work over here at the McGinley Clinic. Guys, give her a shout out. Let her know how awesome she is. Ashley, mechanic on the 411 KTM. They got a really good thing going over here with the McGinley Clinic too. They're giving privateers an amazing opportunity to get that factory feel. And as we just found out, they also have female mechanics. What do you think, sir? Can you compete with her skills? I think that means no, he can't. Good stuff, good stuff.
I just gotta get the flat top.
Good stuff. Oh, we always love checking in with the McGinley Clinic. Check it out. Got to give a big shout out to Ashley over here, one of the female mechanics working hard on the 411 Orange KTM. They have great synergy over here. Great, great group of people. And it is so cool to see this group's, we got to spend some time with them in San Diego, and they really explained to us how they're giving privateers an amazing opportunity. And it is so nice. I know these privateers really appreciate it. Ashley, how cool is it to see these privateers getting an opportunity with the McGinley Clinic?
Honestly, the McGinley Clinic has been really awesome. They're super helpful when they're here, and the guys that are here every single weekend are just great. And I've been around a lot of people in the pits and a lot of teams, and I think the McGinley Clinic has been by far the best people that we've met and worked with so far. It's very helpful.
Well said. Good luck to you guys here this weekend. They're getting the bikes prepped, ready to go indoors here in Seattle. How about a big shout out to the female mechanics out there? That is so cool. Last thing, Ashley, let me get a photo of you by the bike if you don't mind. Here we go. You ready? Yeah, hold that wrench up. And 1, 2. Oh, that's an axle. 1, 2. Awesome. Thank you very much. Racing Jack and Cycle Drag is where you'll be. How about that, guys? That's something you don't see every day. Female mechanic out there. Opportunities for everybody. We got hardworking individuals like my man over here who has got the Bell Ray grease out, getting it done. Did you know that there was a female mechanic right across from me? How about that? Yeah. Yeah, Ashley was turning wrenches over there. What is your name, sir? Nice to meet you. Are you enjoying it? Good stuff. How much work do you have to do tonight? Okay, good stuff. Oh, you're going with a different rear shock? Not sure. Okay. Just getting it serviced? Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Good stuff. Somebody's giving me a hard time. The one and only Nicole says you don't know a wrench from your axle. I had a glare in my eyes. I couldn't see, okay? I don't have the best vision in the world. But yeah, once, obviously, I thought it was a torque. I thought it was the end of a torque wrench. It was an axle. Forgive me, the one and only Nicole. I do know the difference between a torque wrench and an axle. I can promise you that. But I don't know nearly as much as Ashley. I can also promise you that. Hey, do us a favor, guys. Let's get to 150 likes. Keep double tapping the screen. I said I'd stop asking at 100, but I think we can get to 150 here pretty easy. And I would like to see it done. Thank you very much. As you guys are doing a great job subscribing to this channel too. 25,000 subscribers. I'm so impressed with that. For this being our secondary channel, you know, that's always one of the debates. I have Cycle Drag, which is at 654,000, I believe, and then, you know, it's always a debate. Do you go for a variety channel? Do you start another channel? I decided this one I was going to start a different channel, and you guys are really digging the content. So what I will do is post all of my coverage from Media Day right up here on it. So make sure you are subscribed. And we got Francisco checking in. Let's do me a favor now too as we take a look. I'll take a look at these vintage bikes. We'll go look at these vintage bikes over here. If everybody right now can comment, what is your name and where are you watching from? I'm asking you your name because a lot of you have handles here on YouTube that aren't your real names. Drop your name. I'll give you a shout out and where you are watching from. Drop that down below. Because we've got all 137 of you watching live here at Seattle. Thank you guys so much. Do appreciate it. And we want to give a big shout out to Darren, watches us from Moore, Oklahoma. Troy watches us from Troy, Pennsylvania. Isaac's from Alabama. We've got 745 Moto fan in Quebec, Canada. Jeremy from Ontario. Parker from Washington. Are you going to get here tomorrow? I hope so. David from Ohio. James Jackson from Washington. Are you going to Foxborough? I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to Foxborough, unfortunately, because I will be announcing an AMA National Grand Prix Championship Series race in Mesquite, Nevada. So I don't think I'll be able to make it to Foxborough. I do plan on trying to be in Philly, Pittsburgh, and Jersey. And look at this beautiful Partzilla Cowie looking good. This mechanic has this thing looking beautiful. Nice work. Fresh set of graphics. And the 86 is ready to roll. We'll continue to give you a walk around here, guys. It is Super Motocross round number 11. I think we've got they do have a safety meeting here at noon. I don't know if we have to go to a safety meeting this time because there's not going to be any riding today. That is the word, unfortunately. We will go out and take a look at the track, though. I promise you that. We'll take a look at what shape the track is in, as this is the Feld VIP experience booth. I want to know in the comments, how many are you coming? Chris says, Jack, you got to help us get a 3-day format at the Vet Nationals. I know you're tight with the owner. You talking about at Glen Helen? Well, yeah, get a hold of Bud Feldkamp. I mean, get a hold of the powers that will be, all the people that sponsor it. That's a heck of a turnout, and I'm really, really excited for it. It was massive last year. In fact, everything at Glen Helen is massive. The NGPC was massive. They had like 1,800 riders there not too long ago, so that was a great time. Wayne Murphy says from London, I expect a shout out. Yes, you get one, Wayne Murphy. Thank you very much. Wade B from South Carolina. Jay from Carlsbad. Mart from the UK. Is it raining outside? Yes, it is. It's cold and it's drizzly. It is just your typical Seattle day. So we need 9 more likes to hit 150. But do me a favor, guys. Do make sure everybody is subscribed to this channel, because this is the kind of behind the scenes action we'll continue to give you. If you can share this and keep it growing, the goal someday would be to get this channel to 100,000 subscribers. I think we can do it. Thanks to you guys. You're awesome, always watching. I'll give you a look outside if you want to know if it's raining or not. I'll tell you right now, and then I think we might have to run to a safety meeting. James is in, how's the weather in Tampa? I know the weather in Tampa is absolutely beautiful. Hey, I think we might have a little bit of sunshine here in Seattle. And I'll try to take you for a walk down to the track. We'll try to see if we can find out where the photo den is. These guys, again, they're working on the Sump 200 tires that they will change here this weekend. Thank you, 754 Moto fan. We got a first-time subscriber. That's what's cool, is a lot of times we do these vertical lives and people find us for the very first time, and then they become subscribers, and then they get to check out all the other content that we put out on a regular basis. So thank you guys so much. I'll give you a look outside. Let's take a quick look. It is cold. People want to know what the weather's like in Seattle. Let's show them. Thank you very much. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. It's wet. I shouldn't say it's, I mean, come on, I can't complain that bad. It's 50 degrees, but it's biting. It's not pleasant. We got to figure out how to get down to the track too. And it is raining, drizzling, gray. Welcome to Seattle, ladies and gentlemen. Something smells really good, like some charcoal, though. They might have some burgers or whatnot fired up over there. This young lady's very, very smart with her umbrella. That's the way to do it. But these are the conditions. I know, Nick, cold, LOL, but it's cold when it's, you know, almost April and you're expecting to wear a t-shirt. Thank goodness I brought myself a hoodie to Seattle, or I would be dying because the wind's blowing. I mean, the feel like's in the 40s. It's not Detroit where it was 10 degrees. I do know what cold feels like. As I told you guys too, I'm from Pittsburgh. This reminds me a lot of Pittsburgh. I'm gonna start calling Seattle Pittsburgh West. It's exactly what it looks like in Pittsburgh. Exactly how the weather is in Pittsburgh. We got to 150 likes. You guys are awesome. I want to know too, is anybody out there interested in getting an official Cycle Drag shirt? You can get it on cycledragshop.com. Get your order in. Like I said, I'll get it shipped out to you as soon as I get home. Make sure you check that out. And make sure you check out all the coverage that we just posted from the Florida State Capitol yesterday. Very interesting story from Tallahassee, where, thank you very much, where bikers showed up and they were fighting for insurance reform with lawmakers. So that was something a little different over on Cycle Drag. And then getting back to my point of why I have two different channels, well, that is why I do, because the content is just so different. But it all comes together. It's all two wheels. It's all about that love of motorcycles. If you want me to ship to the UK, send me an email, cycledrag@gmail.com, and I can do that. It's unfortunately, I give you the cheapest shipping I possibly can, but unfortunately it is a little pricey to ship internationally. But cycledrag@gmail.com. If you email me, I'll send it directly to you. If you're not international, you go to cycledragshop.com and you can get your shirt right off of that site. So let's take a look. Let's take a look over here. Let's see what else we can find. As I said, a lot of these teams just kind of chilling right now, having lunch. Wow, these guys are doing it right. Oh my gosh. That's just for you three?
Yeah, this is a lot of food.
Damn, man. You know what? I might have to try if you don't mind. This is Champion Tool Storage Team?
Yeah, Champion Tool
What?
Storage.
We're live. They've offered me a piece of sushi, guys. You think I should have one? That is awesome. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I'm going to make everybody hungry. We're live on Racing Jack.
Which one do you want? Which one you want to try?
Somebody says Seattle's got good food. Somebody says Tabitha from Melbourne, Australia checks in. Thank you very much. You know what? You pick any piece you don't want, I'll take.
What do you like?
I like it all.
I don't like spicy, so like, you like spicy?
I like relatively spicy.
I don't know if this is gonna be spicy.
Oh, that's a lot of wasabi, isn't it?
No, that's avocado.
Okay. Dude, you're the man.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. How about that? Oh, I get the
There,
chopstick
you want me
too?
to take the chopsticks?
Good, you take chopsticks so that way you can keep it.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, here we go. I'm not sophisticated or talented enough to eat with chopsticks, but thank you very much. Could you guys please introduce yourself to Racing Jack over here?
So I'm Kevin Moranz. So I'm with the Champion Tool Storage, Debo, KMR, KTM. So Kevin Moranz Racing. Kind of
745 Moto says Marantz Mafia.
Yeah, Moranz Mafia. So we have like a Patreon account. So if they go to kevinmoranz.com, they can hit the Moranz Mafia tab and like, here, come over here real quick.
See what we got over here, guys.
Actually, get your first and last name on a race day. You see this right here? These are just like people's names. So this is like how fans can get involved if they don't have a logo to put on the bike. They can just join a Patreon at a certain level. They get entered for giveaways and stuff like that, but they actually get their first and last name on a race bike every race as long as they're a part of the Patreon.
That's cool. How much is that?
So it depends on price. So we have like a $5 level, and it goes up to, I think the biggest level that we have is like $500.
Wow.
So the usual price would be on the front fenders, $95 a month.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is very, very cool, guys. That is a cool opportunity. If you ever wanted your name on a Supercross bike, if you ever wanted to be a sponsor, this is a way to do it very affordably. Chris says it's $2 a bite for sushi. Is that true? Do I owe you $2?
No.
You're the man. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it, guys. That is a really cool idea. I'm going to actually step in and we'll give you another shout out if I can. Let me get around this thing. I'm going to get.
Step over or go around?
I'll go around and what I'll do. We're live on Racing Jack. I'm going to also give them a Facebook video. So we'll do a quick recorded one real quick where you can explain that, and then I'll post it on Cycle Drag Facebook where we got 1.5 million followers.
Oh, that's sweet.
So here we go. And Motorsports fan, have you ever dreamed of being a sponsor? Have you ever dreamed of having your name on a Supercross bike, sir? You got to introduce yourself and tell us about this program.
Yeah, my name is Kevin Moranz, professional Supercross racer, obviously the Champion, Tool Storage, Debo, KMR, KTM. So kind of created our own team from the ground up. It's pretty much on me to take this thing racing, so I had to get creative to obviously pay for all the expenses, the driver, the flights, hotels, bikes, and stuff like that. So, interesting enough, if you're a fan, you don't have a logo that you want to put on the bike, because obviously we do that as well. But if you're just a fan that wants to help out the program and support a little bit, you can actually get your first and last name on our race bike on a monthly basis through Patreon. So go to kevinmoranz.com. You hit the Moranz Mafia tab. We've got all sorts of cool stuff, but you can go in there, join at any level. You get entered for all sorts of giveaways that we do. We're actually giving a pit bike away at the end of Supercross for people that are involved in that. So it's a creative program to get fans involved and helps us get to the races.
Pretty cool, guys. What does it cost to get your name on a front fender?
So front fender, we have different tiers. So like obviously you have this, you have a higher fender, and then you have, you know, your own name up on the tip. So the normal price for just being on the front fender is $95 a month.
Okay.
So it's just a creative way to help us put back into the program.
I think they're paying slightly less than Monster Energy and some of these other people,
Exactly.
huh?
And then the cool thing too is like if you come out to the races, see these blank lines right here. So if somebody, just to be fair to these people that are paying through Patreon, if they come out and they donate $100, we let them sign the bike, get them in like the vlog, the YouTube stuff that we do. And then they actually get signed plastics. So all those plastics are over there.
Oh, man.
We're gonna sign those, and then anybody who comes by donates to the program, helps us get to the next race, gets some goodies as well.
Super cool, super interactive. I love it. You got to pull out all the stops in motorsports because we know it takes cubic dollars to make it happen.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Awesome. And then here on Racing Jack, we got a question for you. Somebody wants to know what happened to the 80. What happened to
80? So that was national numbers. So that was what, 2 years ago or last year? I don't know. So regardless, last year I had a pretty rough year. I ended up with 2 concussions through Supercross. So back-to-back was out for like 8 rounds. So didn't have enough points to get a national number. So we went to the 146, kind of back to our roots. And then, I mean, we're already doing good enough this year where we should have a national number next year. So it's just, we don't get to choose our number unless you're like in the top 10 in points out of everybody.
Have you had an opportunity to look at the track here in Seattle?
I have not, but I've seen some videos and stuff, and it looks like it's already underwater.
Really? Oh, gosh. So what's that mean for you?
Just prepare to go fast really quick, because I believe they've already taken away free practice, so there's no going to be free practice, kind of like you're exploring the track. And then you have 2 qualifying sessions. They got rid of free practice, so it's just 2 qualifying sessions. So really, it kind of tells you the track's probably going to be pretty bad, and you just have to go really quick.
Oh, man. Well, we wish you all the best. Thanks for everything. Thanks for the sushi. And guys, check him out. Get on his motorcycle. How about that? I guess I have to run to a safety meeting. Do you know how to get to the track or the photo den from here?
I would go out and that way.
Out and that way.
Go that direction and just start asking people questions, because I've never been able to get from here to there.
Uh-huh.
Usually you have to go out and around.
Very cool. Thank you very much, guys. Good to see you. You're on Racing Jack YouTube and Cycle Drag Facebook. You got it. All right, very cool to meet with some of these teams. We really appreciate their hospitality, and a great idea by him too. That, look at this. I mean, giving away plastic. Fans love souvenirs, merch. It's like catching a set of drumsticks at a concert. Everybody wants to take something home, and if it's something authentic that was utilized during the performance, that's even better. All the teams. We got the Toyota Redlands Bar X team over here as well, doing a great job. All right, is everybody subscribed? Please make sure everybody watching this is subscribed. I might have to check in with my man right here. I don't know, they might not have a safety meeting. Normally we have to go to a safety meeting when we're filming things out on the track, but since they're not gonna be out on the track, we might not have one. I might be able to stay live with you guys just a little bit longer here. But this is it, Supercross, round 11. It is the 50th Supercross in Seattle. Can you believe it? 50 years of Supercross in Seattle. I believe 33 of them were at the defunct Kingdome, and 14 of them will be 15 of them. 15, 16, 17. 17 of them right here at Lumen Field, home of the Seattle Seahawks. See what else is going on over here as these teams continue to get ready, as these teams can... You guys are great, by the way, too. Hey, I started this out saying let's get to 100 likes. We can get to 200 likes. I know we can do it. We only need 28 more. Everybody, watch this. A lot of people don't know this. If you double tap the video, you will give it a like. Or if you just hit thumbs up, depending on how you're watching, what you're watching on. I know double tapping the video, give it a try. If you tap, you can send a like and you will help us get to 200 likes. Big shout out to this hardworking young lady over here. Looks like she's putting together some lanyards. What are you working on over here? Nice swag bags. I told you guys, fans love taking something home, and the Partzilla team is working on that. So thank you very much. How about this to my man over here too, changing his own tires. We don't see, oh, that's pretty cool. We see a lot of people take them directly to the tire manufacturer. That's pretty cool that you choose to change them yourself.
Yeah, we do it ourselves here at Partzilla. All of our mechanics are, trained on it, so we all like to do it ourselves and make sure it's done right. not to say anybody's not doing it right.
Sure. How about that, guys? He's going to change the tire all by himself. We need 12 more likes as we're live on Racing Jack YouTube over here. 12 more likes so that we can hit 10 more likes, and you guys will get us to 200 likes. You're fine. Big shout out to the ladies from Feld. They're ready for round 11. Yes, they are. Good stuff. As we continue. All right, we need 6 more likes. 6 more likes, ladies and gentlemen. 6 more likes to hit 200. We haven't walked down this row yet. Checked in with the Rocket Kawasaki team. Looks like they get some help from our buddy Jamie at Twisted Development. All the top teams are here, out of the weather, ready to go. It is round number 11. Of Supercross, Seattle, Washington. Look at all that. Look at all these apples. Apples, tomatoes. Team Moto Whips is here this weekend. Big shout out to Moto Whip. Oh, Moto Whips got some work to do. They've got a few pieces off this machine. Check it out, guys. Work never ends for these hard-working crews out here in the pits. This is Justin Starling's 122. We do appreciate everybody watching this. Again, as I said, great audience joining us here today on Racing Jack. Make sure everybody is subscribed because I'm going to bring you press interviews. Anybody you want me to talk to in particular, let me know down below in the comments. We'll get that fired up for you. We talked about how Justin Starling's machine was torn apart. This one pretty torn down as well. Shout out to these hardworking guys getting it done, getting the 67 ready to go. Handlebars and controls being serviced. Good luck, guys. And of course, the motorsport over here, motorsport team, fly racing team. And we got a photo shoot going on over here for the 116, looking good with a nice graphics kit. How you doing, guys? And like I said, the whole monster pit party has been moved inside. Wow, look at this, you guys are almost 400 people watching us live. I keep wanting to stop this live, but you keep sending more likes. You keep having more people watching, 210 likes. You guys are awesome. How's the quality? How's the sound? Can you hear me okay? Hopefully you can. The big story here for the second consecutive week, the Supercross pits move indoors. Mechanics, teams love that. It's a little bit tougher to get the trucks in, but once you get the parking situation out of the way, they love it. They don't have to set up the awnings. It's quicker to unload. It's quicker to load. And that is something that they enjoy greatly as we continue to check in with the 7-Eleven, getting some good service over here. Now, the only problem with the 7-Eleven, he's awesome, he's talented, he's just not quite up to Ashley's level, though. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, actually, this is a far round. You're in Birmingham, but coming to Seattle, I'm like, okay.
I had to work 2 weeks in a row and come to this one.
Right.
It was like off my schedule.
Yeah, right. Well, we like having Ashley here.
Good stuff.
Donald, jealous. Yeah.
Don, what's up?
That is so cool. All right, we better find this meeting where we need to go to.
Yeah, we took some of the stuff down.
Well, Jason's my best friend. So.
Yeah.
How do you? Yeah, how you? Just sitting over there and looked underneath.
All right, all my friends, checking in again, guys. Double tap this video, give it a like. We're at 217 right now. If you have not yet checked in yet, I want to know where you're watching from. Jay Ripper says, Jack, I'm back. You're here. You have rights, cops have duties. Says, thanks for the pit look. Josh Shield says, it's awesome. Picture and sound is good in Ohio. Orthopedic wet dream, Moto X. Well, you know, we shouldn't make light of that. We've had a lot of riders unfortunately injured this year, and it is a very physically demanding sport. It is a battle of attrition. It's hard to stay healthy. One mistake can cost you big time. Look at what we saw with Max Anstie last week. I mean, I figured he was having a championship season, and it wasn't even the worst, most impactful crash you've ever seen, but he walks away with a broken leg. So get well, Max. We've got Benedict's tuning in from South Africa, Ed Yo from North Dakota, Chris from Utah. In Utah, our safety meetings are in the trees. You guys are hilarious. 219 likes. Let's get 250. Let's get 250 for, wouldn't it be appropriate if, as I show you 250, if we get 250 likes, all you guys got to do is double tap it. And again, big shout out to Beta. They're coming off the top 10 performance out here. Try double tapping that video, guys. 319 watching. If you have not yet liked it yet, you will add to the likes. And when you check in where you're watching from, we will know you are here. Here from we got somebody watching us from Birmingham who said they had a great time last week. Yeah, unfortunate for Max Anstie. It is very unfortunate, but injuries definitely a part of the sport. Difficult part of the sport that you have to overcome. This is it. This is round number 11, 50th edition of Supercross in Seattle. Here, before we wrap this thing up, here's what I'd like to know. Down below, your picks. Who's going to win this weekend in 450 and 250? Who's going to win? Everybody down below, I want to know. If you want to put your whole podium on there, you can do it. But I want to know, who do you think is going to win? Chase Sexton dominated last week. Cooper Webb has been very, very hot. AP is coming on strong. Malcolm Stewart coming on strong. Who do you guys think is going to win? And we got some people calling out for Deegs. Yeah, who's going to win the 250 category? Will it be Deegs? If you've been following the news, Deegan unfortunately had a bit of a distraction 1 week ago on Saturday when he was arrested, unfortunately for him. But good news is he was released. He's back here this weekend. It was, I'm not exact, I got to research the charge. It was, what I read is it was drifting in a parking lot, might have got hit with some reckless driving. Not exactly sure what the status of that is, but he was released and he is here, ready to go. Malcolm to the top, you say. Very cool. Need 25 more. Sexton, for sure. As we continue to give you a live look around the pit area. Thank you guys so much. You did get us to 226. Keep hitting those likes. We need 24 more to get to 250. We'll give you another look at this beautiful 86 Partzilla that they got looking like a show bike over here. Look at, there's a trick for you. There's a hack. No heat gun needed. Breaks out the torch. Make sure you know what you're doing if you do it. This gentleman obviously does. He's a pro. He's a master at it. We don't recommend everybody taking a torch to their graphics, but he stayed back just the perfect amount. Nice. No glue residue. That's the advantage of warming her up. That's what he wants. And he can wipe it down. JW wants to know, will I be at Philly SX? I hope so. I hope so. We'll see how this year plays out. Getting it done. So that is the story, guys. Thank you so much. That is the story here on Racing Jack YouTube. We're going to have more press days getting set up. I think I'm going to have myself a monster. Got off a plane yesterday. I've been running like crazy. Check out everything we're doing over on Cycle Drag YouTube. Get your shirts, cycledragshop.com. And please make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Share it with a friend. Let them know you can see a lot of Supercross coverage here. We got a lot of cool dirt bike features too. If you're into NGPC, if you want to see Mitch Payton's new Pro Circuit team out there in the NGPC, if you like drag racing and you want to see Tony Stewart versus Brittany Force, that's all available on this channel. Who's filming this? Mathis? No, it's not. No, I'm not Mathis. Big shout out to him, though. He's been in this game a long, long time. My name is Jack Rapella, for those of you who do not know me. This is my second YouTube channel. It is called Racing Jack. If you're just finding it, give it a subscribe. We've been to almost every round of Supercross this year. We do anything racing. Our other channel, you may recognize me from, is Cycle Drag. And that one's at about 650,000 followers, subscribers. This one's at about 25,000 subscribers. So thank you very much. Chris, you are very welcome. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give this thing a like. Double tap the video on the way out. It's fun to do if you haven't done it yet, guys. Just tap your screen and you watch. You'll give it a absolutely special like. Dawson Fair joins us. I want to know, too, how many people watching have found me for the very first time? Is this your first time watching me, the Racing Jack channel? It probably is for the gentleman that asked if I was mad. Twitch says yes. Well, if it is, Jordan, if it is, you guys are invited to come along every single time we do this. All you have to do is hit subscribe so that you get a notification and you don't miss any of the content that we provide for you. Look at all, we got a lot of people. Farmer Boy, first time. Sherry, first time. Ryan, first time. Well, let me tell you what, welcome. You guys are welcome here. I'm going to try to give you as much entertainment as I possibly can, whether it be on here or Cycle Drag. So thank you, Jordan, for subbing. Thank you, Jason, for subbing. We do appreciate it. Thank you guys for keeping the likes going up, too, as we try to get to 250 likes. Oh, man. Look at this McGrath replica. Woo! Beautiful. That's a thing of beauty right there. That is a beautiful McGrath replica. Gosh. We might have to stay with this for a second. And he's got the other one's a McGrath replica too, right?
Yeah, 96, 93.
Woo!
It was 92 in the trailer.
Can I get you over here for a second if you don't mind? Let me get you. You never know what you're going to see walking through the Supercross pits, and these caught my attention immediately. Two beautiful Jeremy McGrath replicas. Sir, what is your name?
Chris Taylor.
Where are you from?
Snoqualmie, Washington.
Very cool. Tell me about these bikes and the builds and how you were able to replicate them so accurately.
So, I had a buddy that got me into this, and he said, you should do a bike. And I said, no, I'm too busy. There's no way I'm going to do a bike. And lo and behold, I've now done a bunch of them. But I happen to know Jeremy, and so I have a nice, easy resource there to see bikes and see what they look like and get the details correct. And yeah, it's turned into a hobby. So.
Such a beautiful build. And what was Jeremy's impression when he saw the final product? Because if I look on the front number plate, I do believe I saw an autograph from the King of Supercross. Yes, I did. What was Jeremy's impression of this machine?
He loves them. I think when he saw the 93, his comment was, boy, that sure does bring back memories.
It was a special time. He's a special rider, a special bike. What was the most difficult part for you of this restoration?
You know, these bikes usually start pretty beat, right? I mean,
Yes.
30 years of moto on them, and they're in rough shape when you get them. So I don't know that any of it's easy. These two actually went together fairly decent. Sourcing parts is correct parts is a little challenging. The 92 125 of his that I have, that was by far the most challenging of the bunch. That's been the one that was kind of the thorn in my side.
Well, you have done a fantastic job, my friend. Thanks so much, guys. Let them know about it down below in the comments. Two fantastic Jeremy McGrath replicas. Man, I hope this video does justice to just how well these were put together. Gotta love the race replicas. So cool. Love it, man. Right now, we're on a... let me know if you guys got any questions or comments. Send some love, send some hearts. We're on a channel called Racing Jack YouTube. We got 373 people watching live. Anything else you'd like to say or shout out about these awesome bikes?
No, I appreciate you taking the time to visit, and yeah, enjoy the races.
I just want to say, too, what a great guy Jeremy McGrath is. That when I was working for Lucas Oil, I got to interview him a lot when he would race trucks. I don't know if you ever went to any of his trucks races.
Yeah.
He was very passionate about that. But just a super cool guy. Probably one of the most down-to-earth human beings for being who he is.
Extremely gracious, yes.
Amen.
Yep.
Amen. Well, thank you so much, man. We do appreciate it. Racing Jack YouTube is where you're at right now. Let them know, guys. They're loving these bikes. I think you got some people that want to buy them. Not for sale, right? Not for sale. Sorry, guys. Not for sale this time. But how cool is that? That's what I love. You never know what you're going to see when you come out here to the Supercross pits. You never know what you're going to see. There is Mr. AC Aaron Kennard. Good to see him. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on here in a little bit as we've got rider interviews coming up. But oh, you guys, don't be making fun of Deegan in the comments and getting me in trouble over here. MC raced the old frame when the aluminum frame came out. James Burtock says hello to AC Aaron Kennard. Well, hey, he could hear me. He can hear me. There he is. And I might have to shout out. These people are awesome. You know why I love them the most too is last week they gave me a monster. I wonder if I'm super nice to them if they had an extra monster for me. Might have it this week, might not. How you doing, man? You don't have any more of those extra monsters, do you? Oh, man, these guys are awesome. I owe you. They gave me a monster last week. I'm a little tired after that flight. Look at all the cool gear that we got on sale, too. Come see these guys. Buy something off them tomorrow when the pit's open. You've got hoodies, jackets, racing shirts, fleeces. Goodness, you know you're going to have to stay warm. Dude, are you sure you could spare it? Dude, you're the man. Hey, I got to tell you, too, why don't we give you a quick shout? What's your name?
Hey, man, I'm Javi.
All right, you were on Racing Jack YouTube. Where can we tell everybody to come get merchandise at tomorrow?
Come get merchandise down here in the Fan Fest, man.
Yes.
Missy got it. She's holding it down. We got everything you need. Come check it out.
Thank you guys so much. Do appreciate you.
Right?
How about that? Giving me his last monster. What a guy. Thank you guys very, very much. I do appreciate it. I need one. I'm going to figure out where this safety meeting is. Can you go live when the Jordan, you can't. Yeah, I was not going to ask for a shirt. Don't worry about that. I just needed a drink. I'm running on fumes out here. But here we go. Okay. All right, guys. 6 more likes is what we need to hit 250. I told you, let's hit 250. Let's hit it for the King of Supercross and the CR250. I'm going to take a walk. I got to go to this safety meeting. I'm going to take a look at the track as well. So I'm going to have that uploaded for you on this channel. But as I said before, everybody watching this, make sure you're subscribed because you're not going to want to miss the look at Lumen Field, a wet, waterlogged, soaked Lumen Field that we will see later on tonight on this channel. I'll get it posted just as soon as I can. So thank you guys so much. Again, you can get your shirts at cycledragshop.com. We hit 250. You guys are awesome. Yeah, and absolutely, we all look forward to watching this. I'll be back on the couch tomorrow in Florida watching it. I got to get back home, but that's the great thing about the tremendous Peacock coverage is you can watch these races. I mean, they just do a fantastic job with coverage. Feld, NBC, loving it. So we really look forward to that. We got a lot more comments coming in. Matt H says mud race coming. We'll see, guys. I'm going to go get some interviews for you. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Shirts on CycleDragShop.com. More coming.